Roman Reigns and Jey Uso are in a war against the Bloodline, led by Solo Sikoa. As Reigns fell at WrestleMania XL, Sikoa took over the family and recruited dangerous members into his tribe, Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, and Jacob Fatu. As things stand, Reigns and Jey are outnumbered. The Bloodline has decimated them twice in the last 2 weeks. Jey tried to get Jey Uso to join their cause, but the Intercontinental Champion didn't want to choose a side in his divided family. With Jey content as a single star on Raw, Reigns and Jey may have to find other allies to settle the score with the Bloodline. Fortunately, they could receive help from these 4 WWE superstars. After WrestleMania 38, Sami Zayn relentlessly pursued the tribal chief and acknowledged him. Zayn took several bullets for the Bloodline and was eventually appointed the honorary use of the faction. Zayn's character work as the honorary use was phenomenal, and he was one of the most popular stars in late 2022 and early 2023. Unfortunately, Roman Reigns' antics and Zayn's love for Kevin Owens eventually resulted in the honorary use betraying the tribal chief. However, Zayn developed a solid bond with all the members of the Bloodline during his stint, and it may not have weakened. The former IC champion recently came off a failed World Heavyweight Championship pursuit, but a reunion with familiar faces could catalyze success. Furthermore, the former honorary use eventually became close friends with Jey Uso. Therefore, if Zayn is aboard, Jey may also say yeet to a reunion. Cody Rhodes defeated the tribal chief and finished the story at WrestleMania XL, yet Solo Sikoa targeted the American Nightmare mere months after he had defeated Roman Reigns. Nonetheless, Rhodes has struggled to stay out of the Bloodline's shadow. In many ways, both sides are incomplete without each other. The Bloodline's top enemy has been Rhodes and vice versa. The undisputed WWE champion is currently preoccupied with Gunther as they prepare for their clash at Crown Jewel, but the American Nightmare could join Reigns soon. Rhodes thanked Jey Uso for his help at Bad Blood, and Jey suggested he wanted the champion to reciprocate. Therefore, the American Nightmare could join Reigns and Jey to take down the Bloodline. Any angle that involves Roman Reigns indirectly links to Seth freaking Rollins too. Whether as allies or enemies, their careers and paths are heavily intertwined, and both men could soon cross paths again. Rollins has always claimed that he loves Reigns. While this dynamic has played into his mind games, it also sheds light on the deeply rooted nature of their relationship. Therefore, the Visionary could reunite with the OTC. The Visionary was on a mission to end the Bloodline, but the group regained its footing in the wake of WrestleMania XL during Rollins' absence. Therefore, the inaugural World Heavyweight Champion could take it upon himself to destroy the faction again. The Rock's earth-shattering return at Bad Blood raised more questions than fans could have hoped. The final boss briefly appeared to stare down Roman Reigns, Cody Rhodes, and Jey Uso before raising 3 fingers. Rocky has issues with Rhodes, and he could be upset with Reigns for losing the undisputed WWE Championship at Mania. Furthermore, the final boss was an arrogant heel during his recent run. Therefore, it makes sense for him to align with Solo Sikoa's Bloodline. The Bloodline storyline in WWE, featuring Roman Reigns, Jey Uso, and Jey Uso, has been one of the most captivating and layered narratives in professional wrestling in recent years. With betrayals, family feuds, and alliances shaping the drama, the idea of Roman Reigns and Jey Uso needing backup to take on their estranged family members, Jey Uso and the current Bloodline, is a compelling one. Roman Reigns, despite his usual reliance on dominance and manipulation, might soon find himself needing reinforcements. Here are 4 WWE stars who could align themselves with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, injecting fresh dynamics into this ongoing saga. One of the most obvious choices to help Roman and Jey against the Bloodline is Solo Sikoa himself. Solo has been a central figure within the Bloodline, and despite being loyal to Roman for the longest time, his allegiances are not beyond question. Solo has shown moments of doubt, and with his brothers, the Usos, involved in the family drama, his loyalty is on a razor's edge. What if Solo, feeling conflicted and manipulated by Roman, decides to break away from the Bloodline's grip and reunite with his brothers, Jey and Roman, in a new alliance? Solo's intensity and powerful ring presence make him the perfect enforcer. His imposing size and raw aggression would be an invaluable asset to any team, but in this case, aligning with Jimmy and Roman would add layers to his character. The audience has always been intrigued by the familial connection between the three brothers, and Solo taking a stand with them would create a deeper bond. The dynamic of Jimmy and Roman potentially manipulating Solo to secure victory against the rest of the bloodline would create fascinating twists, while Solo's internal struggle would add emotional weight. Moreover, Solo's departure from the traditional bloodline would signal a significant crack in the foundation of Roman's empire. His rebellion would mark the beginning of the end for the bloodline's tyranny, while his fierce loyalty to family could ultimately bring the trio closer than ever before. Bobby Lashley's current trajectory in WWE places him in an interesting position. As a powerhouse with a no-nonsense attitude, Lashley could be an intriguing ally for Roman and Jimmy. Lashley has been associated with dominance and strength throughout his WWE career, and an alliance with Roman Reigns could be one of pure pragmatism. Roman, always thinking several moves ahead, could recruit Lashley for his muscle and experience. The pairing would be akin to a Mafia-style power play, with Roman manipulating Lashley into seeing the bigger picture, that by standing together, they could continue their rule of the WWE landscape. Lashley, being the opportunist that he is, might align with Roman and Jimmy, recognizing the mutual benefits. The alliance could be short-lived, built on self-interest, but devastatingly effective. Imagine Lashley bulldozing through opponents while Roman and Jimmy pick up the pieces. It would be a wrecking crew dynamic, where Lashley takes on the role of the unmovable object, ensuring that Roman's reign stays intact for as long as possible. Meanwhile, Lashley would secure even more influence and dominance, building his case as one of WWE's top-tier threats. The chemistry between the stoic Lashley and the cunning Roman would provide a fascinating partnership, blending raw power with meticulous strategy. Drew McIntyre has a storied history with Roman Reigns, including their battles over the WWE Championship. McIntyre has consistently positioned himself as one of WWE's top stars and is fiercely independent, often refusing to align with others. However, circumstances might force him into an uneasy alliance with Roman and Jimmy. Roman could appeal to McIntyre's warrior mentality, convincing him that joining forces would benefit them both. The bloodline poses a threat not just to Roman and Jimmy, but to the entire WWE roster, and McIntyre, being a man of honor, might be persuaded that teaming up with Roman, albeit reluctantly, could be the only way to take down the bloodline once and for all. McIntyre's brute force, combined with his technical prowess, would make him an invaluable partner in the fight against the bloodline. However, McIntyre would always be wary of Roman's true intentions. This alliance would be filled with tension and distrust, with McIntyre constantly watching his back. It would add layers of intrigue, as fans would wonder whether McIntyre might turn on Roman at any moment, or whether Roman would eventually betray McIntyre to secure his own dominance. The clash of egos between Roman and Drew would be fascinating to watch. Their uneasy partnership would create thrilling moments, both in and out of the ring, as McIntyre would refuse to play second fiddle to anyone, even the tribal chief.